Most people think that moving to Phoenix is all about sunshine, affordability, and that beautiful desert landscape. But what if I told you that there are some things about Phoenix that even local realtors won't tell you that could change your decision to move to Phoenix? In this video, I'm going to answer 3 key questions that people are often asking about moving to Phoenix. The first one is Phoenix really affordable, or are there some hidden costs that newcomers won't see coming? The second one is, what are some major challenges that people face after moving to Phoenix that no one really talks about? And lastly, is Phoenix really the dream that people expect when making the move, or does the reality kind of fall short? Hi, my name is Keegan, and I help people every single day find their dream home in Phoenix and the surrounding areas. I also started this channel and make videos every single week about everything you need to know before moving to Arizona. So let's jump into it. The first thing that you might hear a lot about Phoenix, Arizona, about the weather is that, oh, well, it's just a dry heat. I would say yes, while this is true, it is a dry heat, it's pretty extreme. And yes, the winters are amazing. It makes everything worth it, but there are some things about the summer that nobody really talks about. Everybody knows that from June to September, it gets hot here in Phoenix. And not just hot, it's scorching. The temperatures rise over 110 degrees pretty much every day from June to September, and that comes with a couple of different things that you might not think about. For example, the asphalt here in Phoenix reaches temperatures of over 160 degrees, which can be super harmful for pets or kids if they're outside barefoot. The other thing this does is it really jacks up your AC bill. During the summer, you can expect to have AC bills from upwards of $400 to $600 a month. This extreme heat can also take a toll on different things like your cars, your outdoor furniture, and other things that are going to be consistently in the heat over the summer. One thing that people don't think about when buying a home here in Phoenix is storage. For example, if you have an attic in your home and you want to use it for storage, those areas high up in your house can reach extreme heats and often not allow you to store the things you want to store up there. That means you'll have less storage space because you'll have to find areas in your house where the air conditioning reaches. The other thing about Arizona's extreme weather are the haboobs and the monsoons. When a haboob comes in, it can drop visibility to nearly 0 here in the valley. Also, if there are areas in Phoenix that don't have the proper drainage, when a monsoon comes through, you can be in standing water even though we're in the desert. And the heat isn't the only environmental concern. Water is a growing issue that could affect your daily life. The water supply here and the long-term sustainability in Phoenix is something that you could be concerned about. People think that Phoenix is just a desert city with an unlimited water supply. But the truth is, it's a little bit more complicated than that. The Colorado River and the Salt River water supply is slowly shrinking. The Central Arizona Project and SRP face allocation cuts due to the drought. And long-term sustainability is a real concern for new homeowners, especially if you're on the outskirts of the city. There are even some HOAs mandating desert landscape. In some areas of the city, grass in your backyard or your front yard are either heavily mandated or banned. This comes with some extra costs. Converting your landscaping to, desert landscaping or rocks or xeriscaping can cost somewhere between $5,000 and $20,000 depending on your lot size. And while the utilities and landscaping costs surely can add up, there are a couple other costs that you might not see coming. There are even more financial surprises that might catch you off guard once you settle in. Yes, Phoenix is cheaper than, Los Angeles, San Francisco, or even New York, but it might not be affordable for everybody. The median home price right now in Phoenix is between $450,000 and $500,000. But some of the more popular places that you might hear of, like Arcadia or Scottsdale, are way higher than that. Rapid appreciation plus investor competition is turning it into a very tough market for locals like me and you. On top of that, the HOA fees and utility expenses are going to add even more to your monthly budget. The majority of the communities here in Phoenix are under an HOA and can add about $100 to $350 to your monthly bill. Like I stated earlier, the summer electric bills are no joke. Depending on the size of your house and how much work your AC unit is doing, summer electricity bills can be upwards of $400, $500, even $600 a month. The other thing about Phoenix is it is super spread out. So living here means you'll need a car for pretty much everything. Gas prices are higher out here, insurance is higher out here, and maintenance because of the heat add to your monthly costs. So money is one thing, but lifestyle and career is another. So let's talk about what life's really like here day to day. We all know Phoenix is booming, but is it really a great place to find work? The short answer is yes. It is a growing economy, but I would say not all the sectors are equal. The healthcare industry, the tech industry, and construction are all going to be great spots to find jobs. Hospitality and retail also fall under this category and dominate some of the areas in Phoenix. And if you're somebody that is established in their career and you're moving here with your family and you have kids, this next part is one you're going to want to listen to. The public school system here varies wildly. Arizona typically does rank low as far as the rest of the United States goes in quality school systems, and some schools have a student to teacher ratio of about 30-1. That being said, there are some great public school systems and private institution options as well. The only thing with this is that the better school systems are in the higher priced areas here in Phoenix. The Scottsdale Unified School District, the Gilbert School District, and the Chandler School District are all school districts that have a great reputation. But homes in these areas often start at $600,000 or more, and in Scottsdale, it's gonna be closer to $850,000. On top of this, if you can't find a public school system that fits your needs, the private school tuition is gonna be somewhere between $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a year to send your kids. But if you are somebody who's planning to buy a house here in Phoenix, you do need to understand the realities of the Phoenix housing market. To be honest, the housing market here in Phoenix looks really good on paper, but there are a couple things that real estate agents might not tell you. Phoenix is a market that experienced an extreme investor takeover. In 2008, the housing market crash hit Phoenix hard. At the time, Phoenix was one of the fastest growing cities in all of America, so out-of-state investors took the opportunity and ran with it. And this drove prices up a lot in the different neighborhoods here in Phoenix, and especially the hot ones. Some of those risks that investors took back in 2008 truly did kind of pay off, because Phoenix is one of the biggest and fastest growing cities in all of America still today. Home prices are higher, and this is forcing builders to come in and build homes on the extreme outskirts of the city, up to 30, 40, even 50 minutes away from downtown Phoenix. With that being said, a lot of the homes here in Phoenix are not updated regularly. So with older homes come older problems. Homes from the 80s and 90s often lack energy efficiency, and although that's true across the landscape of the United States, here in Phoenix you'll feel it a little bit more because of the extreme heat in the summer. Oftentimes here in Phoenix, your roof will go quicker, your HVAC system will go quicker, and more updates will need to happen to the house a little bit more frequently and consistently than maybe some of the homes in a different part of the country. And beyond the homes themselves and the housing market in general here in Phoenix, the vibe of the city is one thing that might surprise you. Phoenix has a super unique lifestyle, and it's one that a lot of people like, but it could be one that's maybe not for you. Although Phoenix is considered one of the biggest cities in the whole United States, it doesn't have a big city vibe. It feels more like spread out suburbia than anything else. There's not a huge real downtown culture like one you would think of in LA or New York. And you'll spend a lot of time traveling between some of the far-flung cities across the entire metro area. Scottsdale definitely has a vibe of its own and can be a hub for entertainment and different cultural things. But between Scottsdale and downtown Phoenix and Peoria and East Valley, you're gonna spend a lot of time commuting between the different areas of Phoenix if you want to see the whole city. One thing about Phoenix is that it is mostly transplants that live here. The majority of people that I come across are people that moved here to Phoenix and weren't born and raised here. Depending on the type of person you are, this could either make it easier or harder for you to make friends here. And it could take some time to build deep community in this city. Your social life is going to heavily depend on the neighborhood you live in or the hobbies that you have. There have been a ton of things in this video that I've talked about that, quite frankly, some agents just won't tell you. Oftentimes, local real estate agents are incentivized to close quickly or only show you certain neighborhoods or the hot areas of the city that will help them earn a higher commission. They may avoid bringing up issues like poor school ratings or the long commutes or even some of the downsides of the extreme weather here in Phoenix. The best agents are going to know the entire metro area of the city. They're going to know the good neighborhoods, the bad neighborhoods, and even some of the hidden gems. They'll be transparent with you about the trade-offs and what you'll find in each part of the city that you want to live in. I am a full-time real estate agent here in the Valley, and I specialize working with people like you who are moving from out of state. I serve the entire Phoenix metro and not just a couple zip codes. If you are interested in learning more about our city or are making the move yourself, I will drop drop my contact information here on this video, and when you contact me, you're contacting me directly. You're not contacting a team or an assistant or anything like that. When you work with me, you will work with me directly. That being said, and knowing all of this information, do you think Phoenix is still the right move for you? If you are still considering making the move, I can help you find the right neighborhood for you and your family that fits your lifestyle and budget. My contact info is below and on the screen. And if you are interested in my free Moving to Arizona guide, just shoot me a text or an email and I'll send that right over to you. Also, if you are interested in some of the more budget-friendly areas of Phoenix, check out my next video where I break down the top 6 neighborhoods in the West Valley. I'll see you over there.